Hello, everyone, and welcome to this debate. This is the group 159, and we are made up for Jamie Vanessa Alzate, Viviana Gomez Grisales, Carol Juliet Ortega, Judy Alexandra Zapata, and this speaker, Natalie Campas. Here in this presentation, basically, we are going to expose the activity that we get in our last activity in this course, foreign language acquisition and learning. And this is about theoretical analysis on foreign language acquisitions. We have here basically some uh, theories about how we learn a language, and in this case, a foreign language. I have some points here. We don't have too much time to expose this presentation, so I have some clues here about this topic. The key theories of foreign language acquisition, I got two. No behaviorism, because my partners are going to talk about a little bit for behaviorism. So I'm going to explain to you the inactivism, that is basically was a theory proposed by Noam Chomsky, and he suggests that the humans have an innate capacity to acquire language. For example, uh, all the human beings have the ability to communicate each other. For example, animals and so on. But he said that human, specifically mm, babies, have the ability to learn by themselves, but with the support to the environment. For example, when you got a kid and you said how the cow said, without he learn about the grammar, and even if he doesn't know how a speak is, he tells you moo, how the cat said, moo, how the dog do, wow, or say mama, say papa. So it has an innate way to learn and communicate, but because of the environment that the children had. And the last one that I want to explain is the social cultural theory. And this is emphasizing importance of social cultural context in learning. And this support what inactivism said, that with the environment we are surround or support, we learn. We learn in a cultural way, in a social way, with our family, or with the environment in school, in job. We are all what we learn, and this is a way to improve our communication, and in this case, the language. We got the chance to watch three classes and emphasize in one of them, and we found a problematic context about the how we learn a language. So the problematic that I found was this. During the observation, a significant challenge was related with the students that is engaged with the activity. For example, in the activity that I choose, I found that the same person that participated during the session was the only who participated. Is in spite of that, the teacher was like, Maria, what do you think? Jose, what you said, and just participate the same. And the problematic that I found that is that in a virtual way, not all the people participate, and we don't know if all of them are attentive or are learning, or if they are the capacity to learn, or maybe do a metacognition for learn the topics that they are teaching at this moment. Now I'm going to present and give the opinion to my partner Judy, and she is going to do her presentation. Yuri, the scenario is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Lady, for your presentation and for the opportunity for this debate. I'm Judy Zapata, and I will be presenting a brief summary of my presentation from the previous class. My presentation is Theories of Foreign Language Acquisition and Application in Virtual Classrooms. And the presentation has the following contents: K theories, application of theories in virtual classes, current current trends and language acquisition, cognitive, social, and emotional influences, problematics, and educational situation, and depending the reflection on teaching theories. In the following part, I I choose two theories, bioreasons and sociocultural theories. And the next slide, the next part, the educational situation and is problematic. For example, in student engagement in virtual classes problem, such as technology issues, virtual environment, sometimes hinder full participation due to the lack of face-to-face interactions. Some solution that I propose is use more interactive talks, encourage peer-to-peer, and provide personalized feedback. Okay, guys, according to this presentation, the problematic situation will be low student engagement, while it's true that using interactive strategies such as games, praise, and gestures helps motivate students. Some may struggle to maintain their participation due to the limitation of virtual environment, technology difficulties, distraction of hope, or a lack of personal connection with classmates and teachers. And finally, we find the next, the conclusions. Thank you. That says in summary, the select and observe class highlight the integration of reasons and sociocultural theory in language acquisition. Teachers use strategies that reinforce, and encourage interaction between students and teachers, creating a conductive learning. Thank you, guys.
Yuri, thank you so much. I still my presentation, and the next presentation is
Viviana, your microphone is muted.
Sorry. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Viviana Gomez, and this is my theory analysis report. Firstly, they are theories such as Ainaitis, model sociocultural, and others. What are they are based for understanding how individual acquires languages and how they are broadly relate with cognitive, social, and cultural factors. K theories on French languages acquisitions. Behaviorism. This theory focuses in measuring and observable behavior responding to stimuli. To social cultural theory, learning is related with interactions with others. There is the social and cultural impact, the way we learn. 3. Krashen's monitor model. It is mentioned that the learning of a languages if occurs through disclosure in real or natural context. And for innatescence, it is proposed that knowledge in general is acquired innate as naturally. Problematize an educational situation. A relevant educational situation or challenge is the participation of students in the virtual classes, since some are afraid of making mistakes or fear of public speaking. To conclude, in the observed classes, the behaviors and social cultural they were applied, allowing students to learn through interaction with others and present positive environment stimuli. To finish the reference, thank you.
Okay, Viviana, thank you so much. Next, Carol, you can share your presentation with us.
Of course. I'm gonna do it. Can you see my screen?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Eh, okay, now in my report, what I did it was to try to discover different factors, as you already mentioned, like behaviorism, social emotional influences, the learning environment, because sometimes it can be a face-to-face or a virtual scenario, so it could be like differences. And like another situation that can impact in the process of learning a foreign language. So in my case, I tried to focus more on behaviorism and social and emotional influences or cultural. So in my case, I based this report in some classes of the UNED. So to be specific, the 13, 1 and 10. So all of them were like virtual scenarios. In well, the internal and external factors such as motivation or previous experiences in language learning, linguistic, they're like the one that can tell me about what was the problematic or the issues. So I'm gonna move to the problematize in 1 second. So in these observations, what I identified was like a factors such as internet connection and the topics proposed or covered in this case was grammar classes. It can affect the process because in my case what I identified was the teacher is not that he wasn't able to explain the topic, it was how or their methods or the approaches that he used uh, to teach the class. He wasn't able to engage the students, so most of them were not interested in the class. They didn't participate a lot, and also they didn't understand the questions that sometimes the teachers made or asked. Sorry, and also students wasn't able to give a response appropriately. So what I proposed or the strategies that I proposed was like, um, give me 1 second. Uh, it is necessary to take this background into account, especially the social and factors, especially with the internet connections and the lack of motivations. It is important to implement different strategies that allow students to learn the language satisfactorily, and also to try to think in different methods and approaches, if it's possible, not only theories, to apply in a classroom. So this is only possible through observation, exercises, and their subsequent evaluations. It's not only to mention what is not like not working, but also give like the opportunity to teachers and students to make different strategies, and also to talk about the feedback for teachers and students too. I think that's it.
Okay, Carol, thank you so much. And we got the last presentation is with Jamie. I got to say that she, unfortunately, she don't have a very good connection. She's going to try to do her presentation, but in case that she can't have a good communication, she's going to record this her part uh, in another section, and we are going to collect his participation in this section. I'm going to share my screen to reproduce her presentation. Jamie, you can hear us and you can talk to us. We can hear you.
She's mute?
She's trying to talk.
Yes.
Jamie, you can turn your camera off and try to talk to us. It doesn't matter if you can share your camera. Let's try in this way and we see we can listen to you.
Okay. Okay.
Try to speak. Okay, this is your presentation.
Okay. Okay. Good night. My name is Jamie Vanessa Alzate Cruz. Phase 2, Educational and Pedagogical Practice. Next, please. During the class, the commitment of the three teachers to convey their lessons is evident. There is also a difference in the teaching methods of the teachers as in the two videos view. And there are games and more games, while the other was more interactive with the students and included the oral presentation of the required net text and along with the repetition. A very flat class is observed where there is no evidence to more to address the students, counting on the fact that more and good treatment make it the place that it is vitally important that during an English class there is motivation illustration and play because in the English language I personally can retain what the entire surround my eyes taking into account and the environment where I learning must be clean, thus avoiding a possible distraction. Next, please. As a personal reflection, I can add that for my future practice, I will take into account each of the somethings seen, and I will look at each from of learning of each of the students taking into account that not every Jones lives and thrown a video or text and imagine has strong reputation will be has a means of learning. Next, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jamie. That's whoa, so good. Okay, now we are going to have a little bit debate. We already have the change to discuss about the problematic that we exposed in the activity and the last activity. Take into account that we don't have too much time to experience ourselves in this problematic. So we got the change to choose jury presentation and problematic because we consider that this problematic approach all the problematics that we have. It's not only the way that maybe this one this or this one have that in that problematic, but jury's problematic approach all what we can found in the session that we get today. And we are going to discuss in what way we consider that we can maybe give probably solutions to this problematic. So I have here the question one and said, what innovative English learning activities do you propose to address the identified educational challenge? You have the word, you can raise your hand and I give you the word to give the opinion to this question.
May I speak?
Okay, yeah, Carol is first. But if I share, I can watch the the presentation here. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Carol. You have the microphone is yours.
Okay. Can you put again the image? I'm sorry. Okay. I will say that it's innovate, but something that I have noticed during observing the classes, something that it works or it seems that it works is to try to implement like gamification. So like try to develop our material. Like as a teacher, we can develop some games and try to apply it in the class. I know that sometimes with grammar, it could be a little bit difficult, but also it could work, especially if you have like children, because sometimes they are not able to speak, but they know that they really like playing games, so it could be one of them, gamification. I don't know, what do you think?
Can see that Jamie is raising her hand. What do you think, Jamie?
Okay. As innovate activities, I will implement role changing variation of characteristics made. I will also implement some to version linking to night leading virtual games to be used as competition.
Okay, we got the second question here, and is the next one. It says, what specific resources, including digital tools and materials, do you propose to utilize to support the implementation of your proposed activities? What do you think? What the tools we can use?
What about Yuri and Viviana?
Judy, go ahead.
Mm. Listen to me.
Yes, we can.
To implement these activities, I propose using tools such as Google Workspace, Docs, Slide, Meet for real-time collaboration and communication. Um, Teams, Zoom for virtual meetings. I think these tools support creativity, collaboration, and real-time interaction.
That's great tools and easy to use to everyone. What do you think, Viviana?
Okay, I will use game like quizzes, Kahoot, Quizlet, Acadly, and others since they are interactive and in the allows the response to be socialized.
That's a good point of view. I think that it is interesting to use these kind of tools in a virtual way and change like the way that just being a presentation and that teacher speak and speak and speak and speak and people are you don't know if people are in the presentation in the class or just doing another thing. So it's so important to try to use these kind of tools where everyone can have a good participation. We don't have many time, Carol. You can take your word there, and we are going to pass to the last question. And the last question is the next. What methodologies do you propose to use assess the impact of your proposed activity on language learning outcomes? Carol, go ahead. I don't know that you want to talk.
Well, in my case, more than use a methodology, it will be an approach. So in my case, it will be CLT, communication learning. I forgot the word. Give me 1 second. Oh, I got it here. I got it here. There. 1 second. 1 second. Chin, chin, chin. Oh my goodness, I forgot it. Communication, learning, oh my god, teaching. So different for a method because sometimes method of course requires theories, but the implementations are not sometimes not useful, but like not like a enhance like communications tool. Especially when we are like in virtual scenarios, it is important more the speaking than another abilities or skills. So I think it is important to talk about also approaches. I don't know, what do you think?
Jamie, what do you think?
To evaluate learning, I will carry what self-evaluations, digital tests, questionnaires, and in some presentation of what was seen in the class.
But that's not a methodology. Those are strategies. Well, that's what I think.
Anybody else?
No?
I think that is that. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for being here tonight in this presentation, in this debate. It was so interesting that how we can propose the methodology in this way that because we are people that are be formed in an educational way, but this way in a virtual way. So it is interesting as we can give an opinion about how we like to receive this kind of classes and what we can give to for the students in a future. For example, if nowadays we found this kind of problematics, is amazing that we can give some solution to apply the education in a different way in a future. It doesn't matter if it is in a virtual way or in a presential way. So thank you so much for sharing this space with me, and I learned so much about your opinion, and I hope to see you in the next classes. Thank you so much, and see you.
Thank you to you. Goodbye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.